Hey, it's Helen here from helenmartinonline.com. Hope you're having an awesome day. I've got serious today. I've got the whiteboard out. And there's a very good reason for that. I've got a really cool topic for you today. No matter what you do for a living, no matter what you're doing in your life, everyone can get some value out of this topic. So please stick around, stay with me, let me explain this to you so you can get some benefit for it. And as the topic sort of said, how do you change your thoughts to basically change your life? Now, this is a continuation. If you were on live with me last week, you would have heard me, talk about a topic of who are you listening to. Now, unfortunately, what happened last week on the live is that I had to shut off the live and go to a second video. So last week's live was over 2 videos. So the whole preface of this video today and what I want to explain to you and share with you about changing your life and sort of how to do that through your thoughts was on the second video. Now, almost 900 people watched the first video, but only 145 people watched the second video. So I'm just going to backtrack for a second. For those of you that might have caught the first video but not the second video last week, which was all on the same topic, you won't know why I'm talking about this today. So just very briefly, last week I spoke about, who are you listening to? If somebody's giving you advice about your business and advice, are you really listening to that? Is it justified, basically? So if the person that you're listening to is not somebody who's walked in your path, not somebody who you look up to, not somebody who you necessarily see as a mentor, then take it with a grain of salt, honestly. You need to take your advice from people that you look up to, people that you admire, mentors, people that have already walked your path and can offer you justified advice. Okay, so that was the first part. If you didn't catch it, just go to my website, www.helenmartinonline.com, and it'll be at the top of the video library sort of section. But the second part to that is not only who are you listening to, but where does that lead your thoughts? What are you thinking? Why are you listening to them, and what are you thinking? Now, I said it last week and I'll say this again. Do not underestimate the power of your thoughts. Your whole life, whether you are living a really good life now or not, revolves around your thoughts. So if you're not getting the results that you want in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in your weight, everything, it all revolves back to your thoughts. So what I promised you last week is, okay, that makes sense, but how do you piece it all together, and how the hell do you change your thoughts? How do you change the way you think to change the way you have the outcomes in your life? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So for those of you that are here with me live or even on the replay, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you are live or on the replay and you're here with me for the very first time, please put the number 1 below, because I like to connect with you after and offer you a free little gift. On to topic. I really want to, that just went suddenly really dull for some reason. Hopefully you can see me okay there. Your thoughts. So your whole life is dictated around the way that you think. And if you're not getting the results that you want in your life, in all those areas I mentioned before, like relationships or finances, business, things like that, you really need to backtrack it to your thoughts. So where a lot of people might have some awareness is with these ones here. So just let me explain this to you as I did last week. So your thoughts dictate your beliefs, basically. What you believe to be true about you or about your life. Okay? Now that doesn't necessarily mean it is true. It's just that, you think certain things and that creates certain beliefs about what you think is to be true about you, whether you like yourself, whether you don't like yourself, whether you can be successful in business, whether you can lose weight, whether you can't, when you can or can't do things. So your thoughts dictate your beliefs. Your beliefs dictate what you say and, the way that you feel. So if you truly believe that you are not good enough, if you truly believe that you can't, lose weight, if you truly believe that you can't be successful, it doesn't make you feel very good. So your thoughts determine your beliefs, which determines how you feel. Okay? Now, how you feel will determine what you do or don't do, the choices that you make and the actions that you do or don't take. So if you're feeling really good, you're feeling energized, you'll go for a walk, you'll exercise, you'll do certain things in your business, you'll be inspired to take action. If you feel bad, if you feel down, if you feel depressed, if you feel overweight, if you feel unhappy, that is going to dictate your choices, which may be, I've eaten a packet of chips anyway, so I'm not going to go for that walk because I'm not feeling very good, or I'm not feeling very confident today, so I won't contact anybody about my business because I just don't feel it. So the way you feel will determine the choices or the action or the lack of that you take, and that will definitely determine your results. So if your results are not where you want them to be, in your business, in your life, in your relationships, all of the above, your health, your weight, etc., you need to bring it back to your thoughts. Now, the first thing you're going to concentrate on is, how do you feel? So, okay, I feel awful. Now, where a lot of people get this wrong is they think their circumstances determine their feelings. When you allow that to happen, you have no control. You've given your control away. So people think, due to the relationship that I'm in, I'm really unhappy because that person does this, that, or whatever. Or due to the circumstances that I'm in with my work, I can't go out and buy healthy food. I have to get food on the run. So I'm not eating as healthy as I should. Or due to not having enough time in my life because of my family, my kids, and all the rest of it, I don't have enough time to do whatever. So, I'm not feeling very confident about how, building my business because I don't have enough time. So I want to point something out to you. You can't control the world. You can't control a lot of the circumstances that happen in your life. Bad things are going to happen. Things are going to happen that are your circumstances, but your circumstances don't control your feelings. Your thoughts do. So people think, because of my illness, I'm feeling this, or because this person did that, I feel hurt. Nobody can hurt you. You allow people to hurt you. Nobody can upset you, control you, make you do things, or make you not do things, or make you feel certain things. Your thoughts do. So it's how you think about something that controls your feelings. It's not the circumstance. So when you truly get that, it comes down to the way you think. It's not the circumstances of your life. It's the way you think about those circumstances that control your life. So you need to concentrate on how you feel about things. So do you feel good about yourself or do you not? Do you feel confident about yourself or do you not? Do you feel really excited about your business or are you petrified to grow it and do certain things? So you need to work out your feelings. So what are the thoughts behind those feelings? So you don't feel confident. Why don't you feel confident to grow your business? Why don't you want to, why do you think that you're not good enough? It's because of the way you think about yourself. Now, the problem with all of this is that it's buried deep most of the time. So there might be things that have happened in your childhood. There might be things that have happened in your life that have created certain thoughts. Now, beliefs are just constant thoughts over and over and again, So it creates a habit of your beliefs. So the problem with that is it gets buried so deep in your subconscious that that's how you unintentionally think. So you may unintentionally think you're not good enough. You may unintentionally think you can never lose weight. You may unintentionally think you're never going to be wealthy. You may unintentionally think that your business is never really going to succeed. So the difficulty with that is, how do you break that? You break it here. So you need to work out how you feel about certain things. How do you feel about you? Are you positive about yourself, or do you put yourself down all the time? Do you think you can't achieve things? Do you think it's impossible to make a lot of money? Have you got blocks there in relation to being really wealthy? Do you think you can, or do you think you can't? Do you stop yourself from approaching somebody about your business or doing certain things because in the back of your mind, your unintentional thoughts tell you that you're not good enough, or you're doubting yourself? So it all comes down to your thoughts. So how the hell do you change that? Now, I want to make this perfectly clear. You go on a diet to lose weight, okay? So you take a particular action, and some people will dedicate themselves to that. It won't work unless you change your thoughts about yourself. So you can follow a particular diet plan, exercise plan for a period of time, and you might lose weight. So it works. But how long is it going to work for unless you change the beliefs about why do you overeat? Why do you turn to ice cream when you feel bad? Why do you turn to chocolate when you've had a really bad day? We don't need that kind of food, but it makes us feel better in the moment. So we need to work on our thoughts constantly. Have you ever wondered why? Maybe you've had some issues in the past and you've sought some counselling, or you've seen a psychiatrist, or you've been on some antidepressant medication, or you've sort of done some certain things because you're trying to work out why you do the things you do and you really want to change. But you've gone and seen a counsellor for many, many months and your life is still no different. That's because they spend too much concentrating on the past about why things happened than changing your thoughts moving forward. Who cares about what happens in the past? What's happened in the past? Now, don't say that lightly. Of course, you've got to care about what has led you to become the person that you are and why you think the way that you think. But the only way you're going to change your life, the only way you're going to change your results in your relationships, your health, your weight, your business, is to change the way you think now, moving forward. You've got to change the way you think. This is the only way here that you are going to change the results in your life. Okay? So how do we do that? Said that before. How do we do it? So when you're not feeling good about yourself, you're not feeling good about the results in your business, you're not feeling good about your health, your weight, those kind of things, you need to work on this. So let me just preface this by saying you cannot change this overnight. You cannot change the results of your life overnight. You cannot change the way you think quickly. But like trying to lose weight, you work on it. When you're trying to grow a business, you work on your business. If you really want to change the results in your life, you need to work on your mind. You need to work on rewiring your brain. So unless you're willing to do that work, unless you're willing to change the way you think, your results will never change. I don't mean that to be harsh. This is reality. Unless you work towards rewiring the way you think, you will not change the outcomes in your life. So getting back to the how, you need to write down that feeling. So you are feeling awful about yourself. You are feeling down about yourself. So you write down the feeling bad. So this is an exercise for you. Write this down. This is an exercise for you to do, to work on rewiring your thought processes. So you write down, I feel awful about myself. So what are the thoughts that lead you to feel that way? I'm not confident. I don't like the way I look. I don't have enough confidence to be social in social situations. What do you truly think about yourself to make you feel that bad? So firstly, how do you feel? Secondly, what are the thoughts that are making you feel that way? Thirdly, how do you want to feel? I want to feel confident. I want to feel good. I want my business to flourish. I want to walk down the street with my head held high, feeling good about myself. So that's what you want to feel. Then the fourth thing, what do you need to think to feel that? Well, I need to think better about myself. I need to think more kindly of myself. I need to think I'm beautiful. I need to think I'm capable. So work out how you're feeling now. Write down those thoughts, what you're thinking. Work out what you want to feel and what thinking is required to feel that, okay? So this is the process that you need to do. But this is where people get law of attraction all wrong and the power of positive thinking. Just think positively and your life will change. Just think, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am good, my business is going to be awesome. So just think positively, and the more you think positively, the more you'll attract positive. Yes, that's true. Yes, I believe in the law of attraction, but to really change your thoughts, you have to bridge that. Because it's very hard for anybody to go to, I don't love myself, I hate the way I look, I'm fat and ugly, to I am beautiful. So you go through this exercise and this is where I am, this is where I want to be, and you can't suddenly think your way there. So you know where you want to get, but no amount of positive thinking is just going to get you there. This takes work, this takes practice, and there's a step in between getting you from there to there. Okay, and this is called your bridging thoughts. So your step number one is in the middle of that, is to have a neutral thought that you can believe in. And you've got to start there. You can't just think, I am beautiful, and then you'll wake up in 5 days' time and you're suddenly feeling beautiful. It doesn't work. You might feel it for a week if you're lucky, but you'll slowly revert back to your unintentional thinking because it's buried so deep. And when it's buried that deep, you'll always revert back to it. So you need to change your unintentional thinking to intentional thinking, but bridge it first. So I wrote down a few examples I just want to refer to help you with that. So it might be your negative thought is, I'm overweight. I don't like myself. And your positive thought might be, I am beautiful. I love myself. So you're not going to spend like weeks going, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, and then suddenly you're feeling beautiful. You need to bridge it first. So what you need to think is something like, I have a functioning body. I have a stable body. So it's neutral to the negative and the positive. So you start accepting that you have an able body. You don't have broken arms, you don't have broken legs, you're not in a wheelchair. If you are, there's different levels of thinking for that. But you need to accept the fact that you have a strong body, you have an able body and start accepting that and believing that, and get rid of the negative, which is, I'm overweight and awful, to, okay, maybe I'm carrying a bit of weight, but I have a functioning body. I have an able body to change that. So practice on the neutral thought. Stick up sticky notes in the mirror in the bathroom, and the dashboard of your car, in the fridge, in the kitchen. So get used to your neutral thought and practice that neutral thought. When you're thinking the neutral thought and you're losing the bad thought, move your neutral thought into the positive. You have to rewire your brain with a lot of practice and a lot of repetition, and change your unintentional bad beliefs into intentional thinking. But you have to bridge it. If you don't bridge it, it won't last. Okay? Other examples. I'm in a really bad relationship, so, I'm really unhappy. Firstly, the bad relationship is the circumstances. So the circumstance doesn't make you feel bad. It's how you think about the bad relationship that makes you feel bad. So concentrate on your thoughts. Okay? So, your thoughts are, I'm really unhappy in my relationship. Your good thoughts would be, my relationship has turned around and we're really happy now. So what's the bridging thought? The bridging thought is, I am in a relationship. It is completely neutral. Yes, you are in a relationship. So what that does subconsciously eventually is, every relationship needs work, and you are in a relationship. You're lucky to be in a relationship. Think of all those people out there alone that have no relationship. So accept where you are and bridge it with a neutral thought. Another one. I'm so unsuccessful in my business. I don't know how to get more success in my business. Then your positive thought might be, I'm so successful. I'm making so much money. It's really, really exciting. So, the power of positive thinking, you could think over and over again, I am going to be successful. I am going to be successful. That's fine. Stay there and think those thoughts, but you've got to bridge it first and accept the neutral before you can move on to the positive. So your neutral thought would be, I have a business and I am capable of growing that business. Accept that first. When you are accepting of the neutral and can let go of the negative, it's okay, I have a business and I am capable of growing that business. So you believe that. It's a relatively neutral thought. When you accept that and that is your norm, then you can move on and practice the I will and I can be. So you move into the positive. Same thing as, I'm fat and ugly. That's how you truly think. And then on the other side of that is, I am truly beautiful. Now, to get from I'm ugly to I'm truly beautiful, that's a huge gap there that you have to bridge. So your neutral thoughts might be something you do like about yourself. I like my eyes. I appreciate the fact that I have 2 arms and 2 legs. I like my hands. I like my, whatever. It is a neutral thought about you. So get rid of the negative, the fact that you think you're fat and ugly. You need to get rid of the negative and bridge a neutral thought, accept that neutral thought before you can move on to the positive. And you need to practice this every single day to create change in your life and rewire your brain from unintentional thinking to intentional thinking. This is the only way you're going to change your life. Your life is made up of all of this. One of these things. Don't let this control this. You think it does, but it doesn't. It's here. It's your thoughts. So rewire your thoughts and go through that little exercise. How am I feeling? So what are the thoughts that create those feelings? How do I want to feel? Okay, and what are the new thoughts you need to think to create the new feelings? And bridge it and practice it. And do that over and over and over again. It's the only way you're going to rewire your brain. And be patient with yourself. You could have gone 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of thinking that is unintentional. It's buried that deep in your subconscious that, maybe you don't even realize. that's always going to self-sabotage your success in weight, business, relationships, life, until you change the way you think. So this is worth putting some effort into. This is worth practicing every single day in working on new thoughts and new practices to rewire your brain to change your life. Please don't underestimate the power of the way you think and the power of changing the way you think to change your life. Okay. Shall I get off my high horse now? Just checking my notes there, which I didn't follow at all, but that's okay. For any of you that have listening to me now, or even in the replay, does this make sense? This should be something really powerful for you. And if it is, and you think other people need to hear this, can you please share this with other people? Because other people need to realize that your life is completely a result of the way that you think about yourself and your beliefs that are buried. And if that's not serving you, if your thoughts don't serve you, if you know you're not feeling good about yourself, your business, your relationships, your finances, the only way you can change that is the way you think. You can't control the world, you can't change a lot of your circumstances sometimes, but you can change the way you think. And when you master the way you think and work towards that, you can truly change the outcomes of your life. Okay? I hope that resonates with some of you. Please comment below and share with me if that's something that you've found of value, that you think you might be able to use to create some greater outcomes in your life and have more success. And I truly do appreciate if you've stayed with me for this video for the length of the time that it was, and it's connected with you in some way. I truly appreciate you being here and listening to me, and I hope that that brings you some value that you can move towards changing your thoughts to change your life. So I will be back with you in a couple of days' time for a training topic for those of you in the home-based business. So until then, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you then. Bye.